We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Dobbs. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Cardinal first down.
A give running right is Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Steps away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Ready,
Connor going to try and run it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
But they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He'll take it at the 42. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Back to throw Dobbs. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returning it is Moore. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Dobbs is throwing. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
1st down, Cardinals.
To throw is Dobbs. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Off play action. It's Howell. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Connor. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Howell from the gun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders' offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's good for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right back to Connor here on first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 96 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Dobbs throw complete there to Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Commanders 10. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. But this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
This is Conner running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On play action, it's Dobbs, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. They run behind center with Conner. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
17 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Touchdown! Rondale Moore with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Now, 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hal throwing on 3rd down here. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Throwing here, Dobbs. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Joshua Dobbs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Prater on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Powell. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Howell. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
And a Washington 1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Howell. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you get real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Howell looking to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, Howell loses it. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on fourth down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Matt Prater for the Cardinal field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
3rd and 2.
Third and 2.
And Howell will throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
On the jump.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Connor up the middle. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
1st down, Cardinals.
Now Dobbs. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
1st down, Arizona.
Now Dobbs. Ertz has it left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
2-yard line.
They'll run here with Connor. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cardinals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, Howell. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw for Howell. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw, Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This is taken at the 10. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And a Cardinal first down.
Again, a run with Connor. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first and 10 is Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early window games here.